Right now, it's basically just we have a mastermind group. We meet once a week and we do Q&A. We bring in expert friends of ours, and it's super cheap. It's like $97 a month, I think, right now. So we provide a ton of value in that group, and that's kind of where I get that outlet to help other creators. But for my podcast specifically, I probably won't cover that type of stuff.
Is that mastermind within the Guestio platform, or is that something separate? Tell me about Guestio.
Yeah, it's completely separate. So Guestio is more like a software tool and agency that helps guests get booked on podcasts and helps shows book better guests. So it's like a connection platform and then a connection concierge on the back end in the agency work that we do. So we'll represent, authors or business owners or entrepreneurs or whatever, and we'll go get them booked on top-rated podcasts to help them grow their brand, get more leads, sales, credibility, backlinks, better SEO, all that kind of stuff.
Well, certainly sounds like all of this is related.
Yeah.
And you've definitely developed some expertise in the area. What is it that you hope to give to the audience? What are you trying to teach or bring out with your guests? Or is it really a simple curiosity with each guest?
It really is more curiosity based. The goal is, it's still more of an educational show, and really the goal is to sit down with people who have had an unconventional path to success and reverse engineer what it took to get them there so that other people can find that it's possible for themselves. And I find oftentimes, man, it's not really about whether or not somebody is capable of doing something, it's whether or not they believe they're capable of doing something. And the more evidence that you can give them that other people have figured it out from their position or worse, the more likely they are to believe that it's possible for them, and the more likely they are to take that first step. So I like talking to people who've found a way to be successful doing something that, their career counselors and parents and teachers and society and professors and everybody probably told them that it wasn't going to work out, or they shouldn't do that, or that's not safe, or don't do this or don't do that. And they went and did it anyway, and they figured out a path to making it successful for themselves. I just really enjoy talking with people like that, and then kind of breaking down the journey and then giving that information to the audience in a way that makes them go, oh man, well, if so-and-so did that thing, what's preventing me from doing this thing that I've been thinking about for the last 4 years, but I can't, get the courage to quit my full-time job to pursue it full-time, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to see people live the life that they want to live rather than live the life that was thrust upon them by others. And I think ultimately the world would be a better place in general if that were the case, because like we've all experienced kind of like that mall cop kind of a personality, right? The people who they have a little bit of power and then they abuse that power because they feel so powerless in every other area of their life. And those people live miserable lives. And I'm not trying to say that anybody with a job is that way. That is not at all what I'm trying to say. I never tell people what they should want. I just try to help people figure out what they do want and actually go after it, even if it's not something that's traditionally what others told them they should want. That's all I'm saying. So if you want to be a mall cop, great, be a mall cop. Like, I'm not vilifying any sort of job or position in particular, just using it as an example because that's the type of personality that I'm talking about, is somebody who lacks control in other areas of life. So they objectively make other people's lives more miserable because they're in charge of something, and they want other people to be just as miserable as they do because misery loves company. And so that's what I'm saying, is I think the world would be a better place if more people pursued their dreams, pursued something that, even if it's not like, a passion or whatever, because Mike Rowe talks a lot about that. And I appreciate Mike Rowe's work a lot. He talks a lot about, like, it doesn't have to be a passion. He's like, there's a lot of people that I met on dirty jobs that are making great money, living great lives, super happy, and they're, working on sewage lines or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if they have a $14 million business that gives them all the freedom in the world to travel and be with their family and do the things that they love, and they don't really care that what they do isn't like their quote unquote passion. So I'm not even saying like follow your passion or whatever. I'm just saying follow the path that makes the most sense for you to follow, even if it's scary, even if it's a big risk, and even if there's other people in your life that are telling you that you shouldn't. Like, I just want to see more people do that thing, because when more people take a step to do that thing, I think the world becomes better. And I think that you treat people around you differently if you're living inside of that world. I think that you're happier. I think you're more fulfilled. And frankly, I think that you'll be more fulfilled in the pursuit of that thing than you will be in the accomplishment of something else.